Those opening few seconds of Eleanor Rigby are so recognisable and absolutely haunting too, and so are the lyrics of the song. But behind that lonely figure sweeping a church after a wedding, was Eleanor Rigby ever a real person? On August the 5th, 1966, the same day that Revolver was released, Eleanor Rigby was released as a double A-side alongside Yellow Submarine. But the song's story doesn't begin at Abbey Road. It starts with a young Paul McCartney doing chores for an old lady as a scout. When doing good deeds as a scout, McCartney formed a close bond with one woman in particular. She lived alone and he'd do her shopping for her and then sit with her as she hummed along to the radio. Her name wasn't Eleanor Rigby, but she formed the emotional blueprint for the song. He told the New Yorker, "I wanted to write a song that would sum them up. Eleanor Rigby is based on an old lady that I got on with very well. I don't even know how I first met Eleanor Rigby, but I would go round to her house, not just once or twice." When McCartney first wrote the song, the working title was actually Daisy Hawkins, but it didn't quite stick. People thought that he named it after a graveyard in Walton, but apparently this was completely subliminal. McCartney says he actually got the name from his co-star in Help, Eleanor Bron, and the surname from a shop sign in Bristol. He said, "My memory has me visiting Bristol, where Jane Asher was playing at the Old Vic. I was wandering around waiting for the play to finish and saw a shop sign that read Rigby, and I thought, that's it. It really was as happenstance as that." So Eleanor Rigby was inspired by a real person. But what about Father Mackenzie? Well, in 1996, McCartney explained all to the Sunday Times. He said the name Father McCartney came to him and this idea of all the lonely people, but he thought people would think he was singing about his dad sitting and knitting his socks miserably. He said his dad was a happy person, so he went through the telephone book until he found the name Mackenzie. So not only was Paul very sweet and thoughtful towards his dad when writing the song, but it also showed that as a young boy in the Scouts, he was very caring towards old people too, proving once and for all that Paul McCartney really is one of the nicest guys in rock and roll.